For the longest time, I felt anxious about everything wrong in the world. Wars, cruelty, injustice. I used to doom scroll the news, wanting to do something, but feeling like nothing I did could ever really make a difference. Then I discovered something that not only surprisingly lessened my anxiety, it radically shifted the way that I show up in the world. No matter when you're watching this, there's probably something terrible going on in the world. Right now, it's wars in Gaza, Ukraine, the Congo, political turmoil here at home, and tomorrow, it'll be more of the same. It can definitely be overwhelming, especially if you're a super feeler like me. You want to do something. Write your senator, donate, volunteer, pray. And all of those are great things. We should always take action when we can. But unless you dedicate your life to a single cause, how do you balance giving your time and your mental energy to all the problems in the world and still try to live the peaceful, fulfilled life that you want to live? Because constant worrying, and I get it, doesn't really help anyone. It just drains us. So what do we do? For me, I found the answer in an unlikely place. In this statement by the Russian author Leo Tolstoy, he said, "Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself." On the surface, it might sound cliche. I didn't really know what to think of it when I first heard it. I thought maybe he was missing the point. But over time, I've come to realize that he's not talking about superficial change. He meant deep transformation, the kind that comes from questioning the very core of your perceptions, your beliefs, and your actions, and then living in true alignment with your values. Because when we ask those questions and we truly understand ourselves, then we gain deep insight into all of humanity. We see the blind spots in our lives that limit our ability to make an impact. And when we transform ourselves, we create ripples that reach far beyond us, literally creating the change that we want to happen in the world. As Mahatma Gandhi said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Let me break this down further by sharing how I've seen this happen in my life. One of the things that I was always anxious about was violence and cruelty in the world. But it wasn't until I went through a spiritual transformation that I began to honestly look at the violence and cruelty that I was justifying in my own life. I realized that I was living with real cognitive dissonance when it came to violence against non-human animals. On the surface, I said that I was against cruelty, that I didn't agree with it. If I saw someone kicking a dog or a cat, I would definitely try to stop them. But every day, I was eating the flesh of animals that were bred, mistreated, and killed just so that I could have a meal. When I thought about it deeply, the only justification I could give was that it was necessary, that I needed animal protein to live a healthy life. But when I actually researched it, I found out that wasn't true. So I had a decision to make. Would I continue supporting these industries that were built on the type of violence and cruelty that I would never actively condone or participate in? Or would I stop purchasing animal products, effectively boycotting those practices? I decided on the latter. And as I made this change, I gained a profound insight into how many people who are good and well-meaning justify violence of various types because they deem them as normal or necessary. On the one hand, becoming a vegan helped me align my actions with my true values. And on the other hand, it strangely lessened my anxiety about cruelty in the world. Why? Because I realized that violence isn't some evil force that's out there trying to create chaos. It's embedded into our everyday lives and our habits, hiding in places that we don't expect. And if it's a part of me, and I could notice it and change it, then maybe others could too. And that gave me hope. And I'm not saying that violence or war will disappear because of this change, But seeing that change was possible within myself made the possibility of change in the world feel real and not idealistic. I also started to look at the real-world ripple effect of my small choice. By noticing and changing this one misalignment within myself, I was able to, according to research, reduce my carbon footprint significantly and save about 200 animals from being killed each year. Beyond that, I became connected with a community that's dedicated to compassion, which helped me to see that I wasn't isolated in my desire to see meaningful change. It can feel that way sometimes. Most importantly, this change helped me to realize that there were other areas of my life that were misaligned, and that if I could bring focus and attention to them, then I could find more peace in those areas as well. It opened my eyes to the depth of that saying by Jesus. First, remove the plank from your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. We really do tend to sugarcoat our own misalignments. So why are we so quick to point the finger outward? This is when I truly understood Tolstoy, when I truly began to understand the ripple effect. When we change ourselves, even in small ways, those changes extend far beyond us, like ripples spreading across water. By aligning my actions with my values, I was not only feeling less anxious, I was setting an example of the world that I wanted to see. Friends and family started asking questions about why I made the change. Some of them did their own self-reflection and made the change themselves. It made me realize the power of influence that we have, even if we don't see it directly. Because every conversation we have, every action we take, every time we show compassion instead of judgment, it could inspire someone else. And that person could inspire another, and so on and so on. That's how change really happens. It doesn't always happen in massive revolutions. Sometimes it happens in quiet, personal revolutions that gain momentum as they ripple outward. This ripple effect isn't limited to veganism. It applies to everything. If you work on your patience, your family feels it. It ripples out to your coworkers, to that bad driver that you don't flip off. If you heal your anger, your partner feels it. It ripples out to your kids, to that waiter who messes up your order 3 times because he was having a bad day. And if enough of us do this work, it changes the culture. We've seen it happen in history. For some reason, we fail to see the value of personal change in the now. Changing ourselves is never selfish. It's never just about us. It's about creating a world where compassion and peace, patience and understanding become the norm, because we choose to live that way in our everyday lives. So if you're feeling overwhelmed by all the problems in the world, I encourage you to start in the one place where you have the most power, yourself. Do the deep work, because if we're broken and incongruent, we can't heal a broken and incongruent world. As Gandhi said, be the change that you wish to see. Focus on that becoming and see how it affects the way that you view the world around you. The fact that you clicked on this video and that you made it this far means that you're asking the right questions and you're thinking about the right things. And with more people like you, we are definitely making this world a better place, even if we don't always see it. If you found value in this video, please like it and share it with somebody who might be feeling anxiety about the world. And check out this video that I made about happiness. It's got an interesting style to it. You'll see what I mean when you click on it. Thank you so much for letting me share with you today. Expand, evolve, and elevate. I'll see you in the next one.